Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is LouAnn and welcome to my kitchen. And that coffee's a brewing, and you know there's some sweet iced tea out there in that ice box. Well, today I'm making a recipe mango jalapeno, no, mango chipotle salsa, and I am going to make the reason why I'm making it is I want to have it on my pantry shelf, but the reason why I'm making it for myself instead of going and buying it is because I want to kind of know what goes into my salsa. And I'm making this version of this salsa because I have a recipe I want to try out of a cookbook that I got for Christmas. So the Pioneer Woman um, Dinner's Ready. I think that's the name of this cookbook. I have all her cookbooks, and I had to get this one. So stay tuned for that recipe, and it will probably follow this one a couple days later or something like that because I'm trying to keep ahead on all my videoing. So I was going to put this recipe on March Candy Madness, but I changed my mind because I want to make that recipe sooner and show you how to make it. So let me turn this camera around, and let me show you how to make mango chipotle salsa. So in this pan, I got 1 pound of frozen mango chunks, a chopped up onion, 2 canned chipotle peppers that's in the adobe sauce. I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt and 3 tablespoons of cilantro. Sorry about the clang. And a half a cup of fresh lime juice. So now I need to get this all mixed together and get this simmering and let it simmer for 5 minutes before we put it in our half pints. When your canning recipe calls for half pints, you got to put it in half pints. Unless it says, well, you can put it in half pints or pints. This recipe only says to put it in half pints, so that is what I'm doing. So now we got to let this simmer and let it come up to heat and then simmer for 5 minutes. And I might put my immersion blender in here just to mix all this up to get these mango chunks smaller. This will be used in a recipe later on, or beforehand. I don't know. It'll be one of the two, so stay tuned for that recipe. So now we just need to ladle our mango chipotle salsa in the half pints, and so let me get them done and then I'll be right back. We need to wipe our rims off, and then we will be putting the flats on, and this is water bath and I only want finger tight. So let me get 2 more flats. It only made 3.5 pints, so it was supposed to make 6. But since maybe because I only used frozen mango chunks, maybe that's why it didn't do that. But it's alright. It'll be good for us to sample this and see if we like this salsa. So I am going to make sure these are finger tight, put it in the water bath canner, and I'll be right back. So ideally, I really would like to have this canner full, but it only made 3 half pints. Maybe next time I'm out and about, I might try this again, this recipe, if we like it, and for sure try to get fresh mangoes instead of the frozen ones. And I don't know if I had said about the basics of water canning. You always want about an inch of water above your jars. That is a must in order to get proper canning. So now I'm going to put the lid on this and wait for this to come to a full rolling boil, and then we will boil it for 15 minutes.